You've heard the buzzwords, right? Digital transformation. It's everywhere. Everyone's talking about revolutionary tools, incredible efficiency, this bold new future. But here's the thing. If it's so great, why are so many companies failing at it?
Okay, get ready for a pretty shocking number. A staggering 84%. Yeah, you heard that right. 84% of these big digital transformation projects, they fail. And let's be super clear here. It's not the tech's fault, it's the approach.
So, that's the big puzzle we're going to tackle today. You've got this huge promise on one side and this massive failure rate on the other. What's the secret sauce? What are the successful companies, that other 16%, doing that everyone else isn't? Well, let's dive in and figure it out.
All right, so first things first. Before we can talk about how to get it right, we really need to get to the bottom of why things go so wrong. And you know, it's usually not because people aren't trying hard enough. It almost always comes down to not having a solid plan.
This right here, this gets to the heart of the problem. It's this huge myth that so many leaders fall for. They think, hey, we can just buy some new software, plug it in, and boom, we're transformed. But the reality, it's so much bigger than that. We're not talking about a simple tech upgrade. This is a fundamental shift that impacts everything: your strategy, your culture, your people, the whole shebang.
And here are the classic traps. I mean, you see these all the time. Companies get totally mesmerized by the shiny new tech, right? But they completely forget to ask if their people are even ready for it. They lowball the costs, especially the hidden stuff like training, and then they expect these massive instant profits. And the biggest mistake of all, they just wing it. No plan, just go.
So, what's the fix? What's the antidote to all this chaos? It's a solid, well-thought-out business case. And please don't think of this as just some boring document you have to fill out. No, this is your foundation. It's the bedrock for everything that comes next.
Okay, so if the business case is our foundation, the next logical question is, how do we actually build it? Well, that's where the blueprint for success comes in. This is how we start charting a course away from that scary 84% failure statistic.
What I love about this framework is that it makes you slow down and think. See how it starts? You're not jumping to the fun stuff like benefits. Nope. You start with your approach and your assumptions. Get those right first. Then you can get into costs, benefits, financial impact, and risks. And check out step 7, the non-financial impact. We're talking about things like employee morale. This process ensures you're making a decision based on data, not just wishful thinking.
Just so we're all on the same page, what exactly is a business case? Think of it as your official argument. It's the document where you lay it all out: the good, the bad, the risks, the rewards. You're essentially proving, on paper, why this huge project is actually worth the time, money, and effort.
But hold on. A great business case is, well, it's just the start. Think of it like this. The business case is your destination. It's that amazing place you want to get to. But if you don't have a map, you're not going anywhere. And honestly, this is the next big hurdle where a lot of companies trip up.
And that map? That's your roadmap. It's the next crucial piece of this puzzle. So the business case answers, why are we doing this and where are we going? The roadmap answers, okay, but how, step by step, are we actually going to get there?
Now, a good roadmap isn't some giant, rigid plan that's set in stone. The best ones are flexible. They start small, maybe with a pilot project, so you can learn and make adjustments before you go all in. They've got clear milestones and ways to measure success. And most importantly, they think about the people side of things, the culture change, and get everyone involved from the get-go.
And don't for a second think this is just a problem for smaller businesses. We're talking about giants here. GE, Procter & Gamble, even Nike. They've all had very public failures with this stuff. And when you dig into why, you often find the same thing: a missing or a messy roadmap. It just goes to show nobody is too big to fail if you skip the planning stage.
Okay, so let's say you've done everything right. You've got your business case, you've got your roadmap, you're on your way. Now for the million-dollar question. How do you know if it's actually working? How do you measure the value of this enormous investment?
And yeah, this is a really tough one, because you can't just use the old-school ROI formulas. They just don't work well here. We're talking about benefits that might be hard to quantify or that might not even show up in the profit column for years to come. It's tricky.
So you've got to get smarter about it. It all starts with really, truly understanding how your business actually makes money. The really smart companies, they use those pilot programs to test their financial guesses and build a better ROI model from the ground up. They're constantly tracking everything, not just the obvious costs, but the hidden ones too. Think of it as a living, breathing financial plan that evolves as you learn. All right, let's pull all these threads together. We've talked about why these projects fail, the blueprint to build a solid case, the roadmap to guide you, and how to measure the real value. If there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that success isn't really about the technology. It's about the strategy behind it.
And this isn't just academic theory, you know? This whole module is designed to be a super practical guide. It's about giving you the ability to build that bulletproof business case, to design a roadmap that actually works, and to measure what matters. At the end of the day, it's about giving leaders the confidence to make smart, informed decisions.
Really, the goal is simple. We want to give you the tools to take that big, shiny idea of transformation and turn it into a real, successful, and lasting change. It's all about moving from just talking about it to actually doing it.
So I'll leave you with this one last thought, a question to ask yourself about your own organization. Are you guys really building a blueprint for success, thinking about all this stuff we've covered? Or are you just about to buy some more technology? Because that answer, well, it could be the difference between success and becoming another statistic.